There's actually two types of juicing. One is removing the fiber from the plant, and vegetables and fruits are used in juicing. And the other is pulverizing the whole fruit or vegetable so that you get the fiber along with the juice. The traditional type of juicing is removing the fiber, and that can be useful for people who have sensitive stomachs or sensitive intestinal systems and can't handle fiber. It can also be useful for people who don't like raw salads, and that way they're getting enzymes, fresh enzymes from the fruits and vegetables when they're drinking them in a juice form.
Juicing is very beneficial. A lot of people don't get enough fluid in their diet, or they don't like water. A lot of people don't like water, and water is one of the best healers. One of the most beneficial parts of juicing is your vitamin complement.
It takes about 2.5 kilos of carrots to make 1 liter of carrot juice. You won't likely eat that many carrots in a day, but odds are you could drink that much juice. And each glass you drink is a concentrated source of energy, rich in vitamins, minerals, and carbohydrates.
People are juicing because it's convenient. It's a way to take in fruits and vegetables very quickly without having to go through preparation.
One of the main benefits of juicing comes from the abundant supply of enzymes found in fruits and vegetables. Enzymes are essential for the digestion and absorption of food into the body, the breakdown and elimination of waste, and the production of cellular energy. When fruits or vegetables are juiced, enzymes are immediately released and ready to work as soon as they are consumed. Juicing also removes indigestible fiber, which allows more nutrients to be used by the body. Some fruits and vegetables, such as cauliflower, broccoli, grapefruit, and oranges, contain substances called A-nutrients, which help keep cancer-causing carcinogens from reacting to body tissue.
I would recommend juicing to someone if they had trouble digesting raw fruits and vegetables. I would also recommend it, say, to a parent whose child was very fussy and refused to eat fruits and vegetables.
By juicing, we can use a lot of these fruit juices and incorporate them in other foods, in sauces and soups and stews and slow cookers. It's going through a cooking process, but it's still, as I believe, the lesser of all evils. It's better than no vegetables at all.
Juice fasts are an inexpensive way to help track down food allergies or sensitivities. They have also been used to treat congestion due to colds and flu, skin disorders, gastrointestinal problems, and infection. However, any kind of fast should be monitored by a healthcare professional.
Freshness is very important when it comes to juicing. Vegetable juices tend to oxidize more quickly than fruit juices, causing enzymes and vitamins to break down. To get the most nutritional value, drink your juice as soon as you make it.
The longer a juice sits, the more the vitamin C will leave it and other important vitamins. A person could make up juice and drink it the next day and still receive quite a bit of benefit from it, but the sooner the better.
If you're making your own juice, a blender really won't do the trick because it doesn't separate the juice from the pulp. You need a real juicer, and there are several kinds available. There are some cautions that go hand in hand with juicing. Since fruit juices have a higher sugar content, they should always be diluted with water on a 1-to-1 basis. And if you're a diabetic, you should only drink them with food.
If you eat an apple, you get a certain amount of sugar, but you also get the fiber in the apple. If you drink a glass of apple juice, it might be the equivalent of sugar from 4 or 5 apples. So if you cut that glass of apple juice in half with water, then the sugar doesn't hit the bloodstream quite as quickly.
And remember, the juicing process removes the fiber from the juice, so it should never be used as a substitute for whole fruits and vegetables.
It's just fine to have a glass or two of carrot juice a day or carrot beet juice, but someone shouldn't exclude all other sources of fruits and vegetables from their diet just to use juices.
Speaking of cost-effective, celery juice diluted in water makes an inexpensive sports drink that will help replace fluid and mineral loss due to sweating.
Caring for our kids is a full-time job. As parents, we hope they'll always be safe, happy, and of course healthy. But we also know that there's a wealth of childhood diseases out there just waiting to be caught.
Some are more contagious than others, like mumps, measles, and chickenpox. In all 3 cases, once you're exposed, you're immune for life. Young immune systems, supported by proper nutrition, seem better suited to fight the symptoms than older ones. When exposed to the chickenpox virus, adults can develop shingles, characterized by painful blisters. Measles can be particularly serious to women of childbearing age, as well as adolescents and young adult males.
Boys over the age of puberty, one should be concerned about contracting mumps because the virus can settle in any gland. It's typically in the parotid gland, but it can also affect the testicles, and it's possible that that can lead to a complication of sterility.
Chickenpox is the most contagious, characterized by fever and a blistery rash that covers the entire body. Some will be red spots just appearing, some will be blisters, and some will be already crusty and fading. But all are incredibly itchy, and the older the child, the more severe the symptoms.
Of course, that itchiness leads to all kinds of problems with kids scratching. Their nails will take the tops off of them and leave scars behind. The only way to get around this really is cut their nails very short, perhaps mitten them at night when they go to bed.
We'll suggest things like chamomile cream, which helps ease in itching and healing of small wounds. And oatmeal baths are really helpful. Sodium bicarbonate baths are usually helpful in decreasing the itching aspect of some of these diseases.
And then I'll prescribe a homeopathic remedy. Typically I'll use Rust Tox, which doesn't suppress the virus and it doesn't stop any of the blisters from coming out, but generally the itching is significantly alleviated.
Aloe vera applied directly to the rash will also help relieve the itching, and a cool sponge bath is particularly important if the child's temperature climbs too high.
Like chickenpox, measles are characterized by a rash, tiny pink spots that start behind the ear and quickly spread all the way to the toes.
Measles are caused by a virus as well. They will start out with a runny nose and a cough and a fever and conjunctivitis, the same as many of these childhood illnesses, and then the rash will appear as a raised red rash, not nearly as itchy as the chickenpox rash. And that's just where the virus has congregated and there's a histamine reaction that causes the redness. You don't see a lot of cases of measles anymore due to the widespread use of the vaccine. Typically the cases that will outbreak now are cases that where the children have just been vaccinated and they actually catch it from the vaccine, and then others who haven't been exposed may catch it from them.
As with most viral infections, the rash and fever are the body's attempt to rid itself of the virus. Herbal teas such as ginger and clove will help speed up the progress of the illness. Sage or chamomile tea will help flush the infection from the body during fever. Several homeopathic remedies have also been prescribed in the treatment of measles. Aconite is a remedy used if fever is sudden and unusually high, and the patient is restless and anxious. Euphrasia is helpful in treating teary and swollen eyes, which is sometimes a symptom of the disease. Mumps is almost as contagious as measles, but is a much milder viral infection spread by coughing and sneezing.
Early symptoms is kind of pain on swallowing and difficulty chewing and these little chipmunk cheeks because of the swelling in the glands.
Because swallowing and chewing can be painful, soft foods and foods that are not too acidic are recommended. Mashed potatoes or pureed carrots are easy to digest and nutritious. They should also be getting plenty of fluids in the form of juices, soups, water, and herbal teas. A fruit juice popsicle is particularly good for cooling a painful throat.
Many practitioners believe that the swelling in mumps is in fact desirable, that the more this symptom is able to express itself, the sooner the illness will pass.
One Ayurvedic remedy is raisin water, made by boiling 20 to 30 raisins in 1 or 2 cups of water. It's designed to speed up the process, control the virus, and provide much-needed nutrition. If your child's immune system has been weakened by poor diet, the symptoms of these viral infections will likely be worse than they need to be. As we've learned already, raw fruits and vegetables are easily digested and provide enzymes which give our immune system an important boost.
As always, before you use any remedy that we've talked about today, make sure you get advice from a qualified healthcare provider.
And remember, natural methods of healing and well-being work best when they're part of a holistic approach to every aspect of your life and lifestyle. So please join us again as we take another journey together to a place beyond medicine.